Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're here after a disappointing day yesterday because Knipple took all of Diabate's rebounds and then LaMelo Ball literally went 1 for 15. Other than that, we did pretty good. Cade Cunningham did play, but finishing 4 for 6 thanks to a strong finish from Brandon Miller. Now, we're going to be looking at today's slate, and we're going to start with this Denver-Washington game because if you've been watching for the last couple of days, we love whenever a team plays Washington, especially a good team with a good offense, and we're looking at Jamal Murray here. And the first line we're going to take a little bit of a discount here. I want to start taking some more discounts, so we're going to go at 24.5, taking the over here on Jamal, of course. And the reason for this is because Washington gives up, or they play at the 9th fastest pace in the NBA, and they give up the second most points per game while having the second worst defensive rating. This has big game for Jamal Murray all over it. And if you want to get up into the Goblin or the Demons, I wouldn't even be mad. But for this parlay, we are going to be going with Jamal Murray at 24.5 points. Last time we played Washington just a couple days ago, he had 42, by the way. Now, the next leg is staying in the same game. I want to take Peyton Watson as well because Peyton Watson, for one, hasn't hit this line of 18.5 points in the last couple of games. 2, he just scored 21 against Washington less than a week ago. And 3, he's been going absolutely nuclear since he got inserted into that starting lineup. Yes, Valanciunas comes back, but they're still without Jokic, Cam Johnson, Christian Brown. Get some Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon will get some time. But other than that, I mean, it's like Jalen Pickett, Spencer Jones, Bruce Brown. Those are the other rotation pieces for the Nuggets in Washington. So give me those two. And then the next line we're going to is down here in this San Antonio Spurs game. And it is going to be De'Aaron Fox. Now, I know what you're saying. We just had this same exact line. We had the Spurs playing Utah, and I told you take either Wemby, who had 33, or take De'Aaron Fox, who only had 14 points. And this is back-to-back 14-point games for Fox, which makes me think he's due. Right? Not only is he due, he's playing a Utah Jazz team that plays at the fastest pace in the NBA, gives up the most points per game in the league, and has the worst defensive rating. This has big-time game written all over it. Now, you can also take Wemby, 4 points, rebounds, but I want to take De'Aaron Fox here because, 1, he owes us, and 2, he is so due. Now, those might not seem like very good options to you, but just rewind it back 10 seconds and listen to that. Fastest pace, most points per game given up, and the worst defensive rating. Yeah, I'll take anybody on the Spurs. I'll take Wemby, Fox, Castle, Keldon, Julian. I'll take all of them. Give them all to me. Pause. Next up, we're going to be going down here to this Miami-Portland game, and this is going to be a very fast pace. This is the team that plays at the fastest pace in the league and the 5th fastest pace in the league in Miami and Portland, respectively. And the guy that we're going to be zeroing in on here is Norman Powell, who is quietly having a very good year, and we are going to take a little bit of a discounted line here at 19.5. So yes, you lose a little bit of money, but I mean, this is still 4-leg parlay. 20 is going to win you 120 here. And Norman Powell at 19.5 points. I really like this line because, like I said, very fast-paced game. Portland also gives up the 9th most points per game to other teams, and they don't have the best defensive rating. It's middle of the pack in terms of defensive rating. So yeah, that's why I'm going Norman Powell, but we're also sticking with this game, and we're going over to the points, rebounds category, if I can get all the way over there, and here we are, and we're going to scroll back down and find Deni Avdija, who has been playing some really good basketball this year. 32.5 is the points rebounds line, and honestly, I think this is going over by a good bit. We'll take the over here because, like we said, this is going to be a very fast-paced game, and then when you look at Miami, they give up the 8th most points per game to opponents, and then when you look at rebounds, they give up the 4th most rebounds to opponents. Wait, why did I click over? We're going with Deni Avdija here. We can get up to 5 legs, but this is what I really like here if you are going for any of these. I mean, I recommend playing 2 legs, but I'm just throwing them all here on the side so you can see them all and we can keep up with it. But again, I recommend, if you want to go with all of them, play 3 different 2-leg parlays. If you want to go with a big one, fine. don't put a ton of money on the 5-leg parlays, right? Put the money on the 2-leg parlays. Win it gradually. Don't get greedy. Don't go for the home run. Go 2 at a time, maybe 3. You can run a 3-man flex play. Next, we're going to be moving on to this Timberwolves game where we're going to be targeting, once again, the guy that won us a lot of money pretty easily the other night, and that is Ant-Man, one of my personal favorite players in the league. We're not going to be playing points rebounds. You can if you want, because Chicago does give up the 13th most rebounds in the league, but that is kind of a middle-of-the-pack stat, right? We don't want to bet on that. So we're going with Ant to drop 30. And it's going to be a tough line to hit because, yes, he's had 55 and 38 respectively, but against Utah, that's when we bet on him to get the 35 or the 38. This dude is on a warpath this year. If you want to take Julius Randle, I'd be fine with taking Julius Randle at 22.5. I'm actually going to decrease this a little bit to 28.5. You can go with 30. I'm fine with 30. Honestly, I'm fine if you get up even into the 33.5 and take the demon line. But the reason that we like this is that Chicago plays at the 8th fastest pace in the league. They give up the 5th most points per game, and their defensive rating is not that stout either, at 8th worst in the league. So we're going to be going with Ant. You know what? I lied. We're going with the regular line. We're going over here on the regular line. Here's the parlay, 20 to win you 240. And then we have a couple of bonus picks, or actually one bonus pick for you today. Like I said, if you want to sprinkle in a little 19.5 here with Julius Randle, that'd be fine with me. And then finally here, the final pick that we're going to go to is this Golden State Warriors game. Finally betting on the Warriors here. And we're going to take the Draymond line for rebounds. It's only at 6. And the reason I like this line, for one, he hasn't hit in 3 games. For 2, Dallas is a team that you want to target on the glass because they play at the 4th fastest pace. So a ton of shots going up. And they also give up the 3rd most opponents' rebounds per game. When you look at a couple of other teams here, Atlanta, that he had 9 where he cleared this line, are the 3rd favorite team to target for rebounds. They give up the 10th most rebounds in the league, but play at the 3rd fastest pace. And then Portland also plays at a very fast pace with the 5th fastest. So ton of potential rebound opportunities, and we're going to be taking the over on Draymond for 6. Now, that's going to be it. That's 7 legs here. So even if one, like today when Cade Cunningham doesn't play, you still have 6 here at the very least. So if you did enjoy today's video, hit that like button. We're trying to grow this channel out a little bit, and you know the rules. If we make you money, you got to come back and subscribe. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.